Okay, well, welcome everyone. This is the May 4th meeting of the Public Health and Safety. We call it a special meeting just because our regularly scheduled meetings are the Monday nights of full RTM meetings, and this is scheduled at a different time, so we're calling it a special meeting. So technically what that means is that we can't really discuss new business items that aren't on the agenda, but we really don't have anything anyway that's new. So, but I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. And I'd like to welcome Katie Vanovich. Katie, there you are. Welcome.
Hello.
And so that's good. So I'm glad you joined us. So why don't we jump right in? And we're going to be discussing and voting on portions of the July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2023 Town of Darien budget that's relating to fire, police, other public safety, and human services, and we'll talk about some capital items as well. And I mentioned that the budget document is posted on the town website. I did get an actual binder of it myself, but otherwise we can just look at it online. So the first part I thought we'd talk about was the police budget. This year, there's an overall increase in the budget of 2.4%, and that's primarily driven by administrative and communication expenditure increases, but there are reductions in investigation and professional standards. Probably also what's driving the budget increases that one civilian dispatcher was added to the budget, and I think that's the last one. They've brought it in a series of the last couple of years. I think that's the last one. And we've talked about it before, but the thinking behind it is by having a civilian dispatcher answering emergency calls at the police station, it allows what would be a normal officer to actually be out in the field, working. And the person who's also manning the phone is a little more adept at doing it because that person's doing it for more than once a month or whatever the normal rotation had been. But then going to the fire budget, they have an overall increase of 5.3%, and that's primarily due to the Fire Commission moving 2 part-time inspectors to full-time, and that's in anticipation of increased workloads with the mixed-use developments that are coming on board. And I think this really is the year that it's going to be coming on board. Last year it was kind of premature, but this year it is coming. The hoarding and blight issues are stable. Savings continue in the area of software maintenance. It should be noted the budget of the fire department overall is 1.8 million versus almost 9 million for the police department. So the point is that the town greatly benefits from an all-volunteer fire department. Emergency medical services, or post 53, their budget is down almost 20,000 or 12%. And that's related to reduced expenditures on professional services. And kind of what that means is that they have the paramedics that are contracted with Stanford, and they found that over time that there are calls that they can go on, they don't need them, so they're not getting billed as much. So that's why the savings is there. It's noteworthy that the high school staffing of post 53 is all volunteer, and much of the operation is self-funded through donations. Town funding is about 144,000, and the average response time is about 6.5 minutes. Currently, there are 1,660 annual incidents, about 4.5 per day. It's just incredible what they accomplish. The human services for the town includes human services and outside assistance, the senior center, senior transportation, youth services, and the public health department. The overall budget is up slightly at 0.6%, and that's due to increased senior center and youth services expenditures. The youth services budget is up 1% itself due to strong enrollments to various programs, with an anticipated $73,000 increase in revenue as well. Senior transportation is down with a 14.5% reduction in part-time salary. The public health department's budget is up slightly, roughly 0.5%, with increases in personnel and contractual services. The budget is the budget of $368,000 for the health department, receives revenue of $130,000 from licenses and permits. So that's really in a nutshell the aspects of the various departments. Then the other thing is that there's general capital that is basically the reserve for capital non-recurring expenditures is used to account for general capital and one-time projects and purchases. And then I just made some notes on the various departments. The police department has approximately 140,000 in capital requested, and roughly half of that is for vehicle replacement. The Darien Fire Department, 61,000. Norotan Fire Department, 76,000. The Norotan Heights Fire Department is about 115,000. The fire marshal has capital requests of 76,800, and most of that is for vehicle replacement. Emergency management has 120,000, and the public health department's capital request is 20,000, and that's predominantly for the software to operate credit card billing. And the point of all this is it's about 609,000, and an awful lot of it has already been funded and detailed under ARPA. So, but this is noted under the capital thing. So these are all things that I picked out and that I hope to be presenting to the full RTM when it's our turn to talk about it. But I just wanted to get all that out there. And any questions or comments? Okay, I know, Lois, I think you had asked me when we talked this week about fire trucks, and there are some fire trucks that are being replaced, but they're being done under bonding, so it's really not part of the budget.
Oh, I think that's an important point.
So I looked for it, and they were actually put in the budget and they were pulled out because they're gonna be part of the bonding. So I guess the way that works is when that comes up, we actually vote on that separately as a bonding issue. And we often, I think at times we'll vote on bonding in a large sense because they often refund bonding. And we want to be able to be nimble. So if the interest rates are at a good time, we've already kind of pre-approved that. But something like this for an actual purchase through bonding, I'm sure we have to approve that ahead of time. Or any other comments or questions?
Mac, maybe in your comments, you might talk about the fact that we toured that we went and toured the facility, so that.
Oh, sure. Okay.
That adds some depth to, besides looking at the numbers, we actually listen to people talk about their operations.
Right. No,
And you went to the town meetings, didn't you go when the town administrators talked about
yes.
their? So maybe just this is where we get the information from to make our comments.
Okay. No, that's good. I know that I hadn't been in all the firehouses before. It's just incredible that how clean they are. I might have mentioned that before, but you could literally camp on the floor and eat. it's spotless. And the other thing that was impressive was, and I'm sure all firehouses do this, it's just part of their routine, but when you walk in, everything is in its place. So when a call comes in, the firemen aren't scrambling to find their hats, so their coats, all the things that they wear, their apparatus, it's right there. They just grab it and go. It was really interesting to see that. But that's a good point, Lois. I'll definitely mention that. So and the
did anybody have a problem with the actual report printing it? Everything was all kind of I was able to print the agenda, but I wasn't able to print. It was encrypted. It was like corrupted, the file.
You mean the report that I sent out?
Yeah, that.
No, because I printed it actually. I did it in Word and then printed it out. So I hope I'm not sending a virus to everybody.
I had a problem on my cell phone, but not on my laptop.
Well, that's interesting. Did you try to do it on a cell phone, Laura?
No, I tried
No?
to do it on my laptop.
Okay. For the future, maybe I'll try a different format or something. So. Okay, well, any other comments regarding this? All right, so are we ready to vote? So I'll first ask any abstentions?
Do we need a motion, Mac?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you.
People are always doing that to me, so it's fine. Interesting to
Okay.
do that to other people.
You want to jump in?
Can I make a motion
Sure.
to support the budget as presented with Mac's comments to be made to the full RTM?
Second.
Second. Okay, all right. All in favor? I think it's okay. All right.
Aye.
Okay, so let's go ahead and let's vote on the motion. Any abstentions? Any no votes? Okay,
I feel
Go ahead.
like because I couldn't see the full report, so I feel kind of like I think I should abstain because I didn't get a chance to see it because it was all not legible. So that's my situation, and
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll count you as abstaining. But I think we're good. Everyone else. So with one abstention and then all in favor. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. Were there any other announcements or anything that we have?
I think we have to approve the minutes, right?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That I glossed right over that. Yeah, we have the minutes of the April 18th meeting. Any comments on those? Okay, might as well approve them. Any abstentions or no on the minutes? All in favor? Okay, good. That's good. Okay, well, thank you. So, one thing I thought, Lois, maybe just to ask you, any update on emails? I know we talked about that's kind of old business from the last meeting. Anything moving forward with that? You would just ask some issues that we had with using.
Oh, no, it was more
town
the
emails.
the names, what email addresses people were using.
Mhm.
I haven't done, nothing's more. We've been, the technology group has been trying to get our arms around how we can do some
Yeah.
more hybrid and how that's going to work going forward. So that's where the energy is. I'm sure the
Okay.
email addresses will come back in in the fall.
Well, I know, just to give you an anecdote, when Katie came on board a week or so ago, the only email I had was her Gmail, and that's what I used. But she now has a town email address, and I used it, and it's working. So
Yeah.
I think at the town then it's good.
So Katie, tell me how did it work? How did you get a town email address and what are your thoughts?
I've been using the town email address. I like the separation. I was set up by Christina. Is Christina? Not, yeah, Krista. I had no issues.
Okay. Good.
I mean, I don't have much emails yet, but no issues with it.
Do you check it all the time to see if there's anything there, or do you have it come into a phone or something? How do you?
I have it set up on my phone.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay.
New information is always useful.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Monday night is our first meeting in 2 years in person, and it's also arguably the most important meeting of the year, where we vote on the budget, and so it should be good. I'm confident that it's all going to work out. We're going to be sitting, with a lot of space between us and whatnot. So I think it's going to be good.
And wearing masks.
Yes. So,
Basically, what we're doing on spacing is we're going to do 5
Do we
rows.
need masks?
Yes.
Oh, good. All right. I have to put one in my bag. Thanks for reminding me.
Okay. What we're doing in spacing is going to do 5 rows per district. So anybody that was in the back was the audience are going to go upstairs in the balcony. And then within each of those 5 rows, the people in the district can figure out if they want to sit together in a certain area, that's fine. And people want to be spaced, it's fine. Because we figured out that it's about 3 people per row. So whatever the district people want to do, people can figure it out for themselves.
Okay. Well, that
And
sounds
just,
good.
you know, just for Katie, and I don't know if everyone else has been in a public meeting, in present. The way we vote is that when it's time to vote, the moderator asks people to stand in response to yes, no, or abstaining. And the district chair, like Mac, will count the votes
Yeah.
and then turn it into the town clerk, who then announces the results.
I actually have to work again. It's
You
been
take
a
your
lot easier
exercise.
being a district chair with everything online. So, but no, it's gonna be good, and it'll be fun with people speaking in you know, at the podium and with the microphone, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm glad it's happening that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh,
good
oh,
luck,
the,
Mac,
the,
in
the other
your
thing too, we,
Thanks
I
for
will,
doing it.
yeah, funny. I will officially cancel our meeting for Monday night because we basically done all our business tonight. So, and I'm glad we did this tonight because I think it just made sense rather than, you know, with that being our first meeting, to try to do our meeting right beforehand. And with this was kind of a lot, I thought. So it'd be better to do what we did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it. I have no more announcements or anything. And a motion to adjourn. Okay. Any abstentions? Any no votes? Okay. All in favor? Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all Monday night.
All right. See you then.
See you
Okay,
Monday.
bye now.
Yep.
Bye.